Okay, welcome back. It is hour number 9, and our guest said about 10 minutes. So we're gonna be waiting, and so we're gonna visit a little bit more. And I'm gonna type in because each show I've got to do a little bit more typing and put our information in so that you guys know where it is that we right now want you to go ahead and donate because we know you want to. The bottom line here is that no one should face cancer alone. There's no reason for it. I mean, really, why? Why? I don't get it, and that's why I just don't go there because they shouldn't, and they don't have to. Not with Chemo Buddies, and we've been doing it manually. We've been doing it thinking outside of the box. We've been doing it. We have been told that we are going to be getting help, and we're going to be getting a website of some type that's been gifted to us. And I want to say thank you to Alex Gillian. Totally grateful. And good morning, Christoph. Good morning. Good to see you. But with that said, I know that there's so much that needs to be done, and his gift is a very generous gift, and if he is willing to do the whole thing, that is wonderful. And then we can put these funds that we're raising towards other projects of which we have the plans ready. We need to make this happen, and that is for our volunteers. Many of our volunteers, I don't know if you guys realize that many of the volunteers within Chemo Buddies for Life, of which one of them is coming in right now, my chemo buddy. She's actually it's a little cold in here.
Oh my goodness.
And we're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go turn it down. If you want to go see, we're live, guys. So behind here is the thing, and so if you want to see if we can maybe turn it up just a bit, because I'm like frozen. I have a blanket here, and I'm trying to like wrap it around me as much as I can. Yes, Alex is doing that, and we have a stipend program that we have that we want to get implemented and funded, and so that people that are some of our volunteers, that they can bring in through a stipend so much for like to keep the lights on, to make a difference in one way or another, so that they can have food, that they can have whatever it may be, so that we can help legally them. That is very important. We have education program. So many people, and we talked about this earlier about what it is that we want to do with it, and Kelly went really into it, that we want to have packed the bus, and we want to go throughout the United States, and we're looking for someone that may have an RV. If you have an RV, or you have a company that has an RV, that we can pack with Service Heroes and with items of donations, because the bottom line is that there's quite a few people that you do not know about because they're not in the numbers. They may be homeless, they may be hungry, they may be needing items because they're trying to keep themselves alive, and that is not cheap. It is not cheap, and if you don't have insurance, if you have lost your insurance, whatever it may be, then you're at risk, and those numbers are not reported in any numbers other than in the cancer numbers. And so if someone actually passes away because they were depressed, they don't get, and maybe they gave up in some kind of I guess you couldn't say it's completely suicide, but it's very darn close, because we know anybody that's dealt with cancer knows that there is an element of fight you have to have. If you don't have it, you've given up. You can maybe argue that giving up, what that is and how it looks like, but it is not reported as giving up. It is reported as cancer numbers. If there's an issue, it goes under the cancer numbers. So we need to educate. We want to go out there, plus we want to pack the bus with items that are needed. And we have a whole program for that. We also have a program that we want to team. We have already done a pilot program and it's successful. And my background, for those of you that don't know, I was an 18-year recruiter. I had my own companies, or I worked for one of the top companies, a Fortune 100, and I was in management, and I was brought back from management. I worked for a small company before I went to the Fortune 100 that ended up being number 2 in the marketplace, and I was the vice president for that company, and the company president was absentee. So basically, yes, I ran the thing, and it was fun. Did it in Orange County when there was a lot of change going on, and did a lot of movement here and there, and brought in people from local, international, all sorts of stuff. Did a lot of really cool maneuvering and shenanigans is what you could call it. And our numbers were through the roof. And why am I sharing all of this? It's because my background is in placement. It is in employment. It is in working with companies to have solution for their manpower hours. It is in all of this. And if I can get to a point where we have Chemo Buddies for Life funded, so that I can have some employees, which would be nice. I would really like that, so that we can have the help that we need, so that I can get out there and I can get in front of these companies. And oh, there we go. We have let's see, we have our person here. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know who that was. That was interesting. I don't know where our guest is, and we just had someone else that came in. So that was very interesting. But hello, it was very nice to have a drop by. And so anyway, the bottom line is that we are looking to make a difference. And it is all about, the Buddies is all about making our program, and so that we are saving lives, we are making those lives better, and we are making the quality of it. And that is going to actually be generational, because think of it this way. And this is the reality too, is that we need to educate even our elected officials that, this is on the next program. We need to educate our elected officials that there are some rules and laws and things that need to be changed, because are you aware of the fact that, unless it has been changed, but just as of a few months ago it hadn't been, but I know that there's been elections, and maybe because of that there might be some really good legislation maybe on the dockets that I'm not aware of. But are you aware of the fact that if you have been given the paperwork, you have cancer, that you also could have paperwork that's given to you and served that someone wants a divorce, and if that person has the insurance that cancer is going to be treated with, and that insurance and that divorce is finalized, and the stay is not made on that insurance, that person is no longer covered, and that means treatment stops. And if there's children involved, and if treatment doesn't resume, and then that person passes, we now have an epidemic, not only because of the opiate problems, but we have an epidemic because we are losing people that are not being treated, And then these kids are being made a ward of the court. And you know, and I know what happens with many of them if they become a ward of the court, that there's many times three things that happen, and many of them end up in jail, and many of them end up dead on the streets. And that, what is that from? Is it because of the fact that there was a simple thing that didn't happen, and that was a stay that should be universal to say, you know what, you can leave, yeah, fine, great, but don't kill this person in doing it. That should be common sense. And it's right now, it's not a matter of human hope and heart, it's a matter of fiscal responsibility. And that is what our elected officials are expected to do, is be careful with our tax money. And I'm not here to preach and you know, this is a part of what we are doing with the education. We need to be smart. And as a taxpayer, and as and yes, our program is a global program. However, with that said, we need the help. Okay, so I'm looking for my chemo buddy, my guest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this link one more time to the guest. So please bear with me, guys, as I do this, because of the fact that I was loading this all yesterday, and I just want to make sure and double check that she has the right link to be able to come on. There we go. Let's see. Remember, let's see, please let me know. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So in 10 minutes, I think this should be on. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so thank you, Jenny. We have Jenny that is going to be here soon. She's flying into town, and she's going to be here in the afternoon. I love it. I love it. And some reinforcements, and she's going to be here about 3 o'clock. And she has Along Comes Hope, and she and Susan Birch are the three of us have 3 different nonprofits that all revolve around those that are affected by cancer. And I have the Buddy System, Healing Through Connections. Jenny Mulks has Along Comes Hope. She deals with children that are affected by cancer. She also has been an advocate, and she has spent a lot of time in the walls of our government and has actually helped to affect change. She has some other educational programs that she's been recently putting together to help those that are not only the children, but I think also the parents, that just to help them to get through some of the stuff that they have to face when their child is affected by cancer. And then Susan Birch, she has Hats and Hair from Kids That Care. And one of our Chemo Buddies for Life that came to support us, he'll be here in a little while, he was diagnosed with cancer at age 14, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I met Brett, who you're going to see here shortly. And he was working a fair for our local brick and mortar. I live in Southern California in the Temecula area. And Michelle's place is our brick and mortar. And they were having their first annual walk. And we went over, my original chemo buddy, Martha, and I went over there, and she was talking with the DJ because she knew her personally. And so Brett and I are talking. And he's curious. He's asking, because we were wearing shirts that said Chemo Buddies for Life. I mean, there you go. It's on your shirt. He's going to ask. So he's asking, okay, so what is this? I'm thinking, okay, you're cute. Let's talk. Okay. Sweet attitude, just a very young man that's clean cut, intern there at the radio station. I'm thinking, you're sweet, and let's talk about this. Not knowing that he was a cancer survivor. Okay, so he's asking, and I'm like, man, you know a lot about this. And he's asking, and so finally I just said, how do you know so much? Do you know someone that's been affected by cancer? And he goes, yeah, me. I'm a survivor. I didn't know if I was going to survive. It was really tough. I was taken back. Man, I was humbled. I ate a lot of humble pie that day. And with that, well, thank you, Erica. Knows one, it takes one to know one. Okay, all right, we have our person. She's here. So anyway, I'll tell you the story about Brett later and everything, but I'm going to bring on our guest. And hello.
Hey, girl.
It's good to see you. Hello.
I don't know, but my computer is freaking out right now. I think it's just like so excited to see you. So it's just like.
Hey, you know what? All of our electronics have been freaking out over the last few days. Trust me. I mean,
okay, so it's not just me. I'm just like, I had everything ready, and now it's like, and I was like, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it. I know you were talking about testing and doing all this stuff yesterday and everything. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be ready and everything. But I'm so glad you're here.
I love you. How are you? How's everything?
I love you too, and good. How are you? You looked absolutely gorgeous. Look at you.
Thank you.
Always do, though.
Thank you.
Okay, I have to tell you guys. Okay, I'm trying to get a good view on you, Francesca. Francesca is not only an actress, a producer, right? You're a producer, and you and a model. Oh my gosh, and winning like awards for that. You like missed this and missed that, and just amazing stuff. You told me you are a singer.
I love to sing. I do. I'm working on it, and it's this is the thing I've learned. When you're an artist, you're not perfect, but the thing is, you're always transforming and you're always evolving. And the best thing I think I felt, and something this morning tell me, is just you always got to take a chance. You always got to take an opportunity, and when you have this talent or you love doing it, it's like you got to showcase that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to stop you for a second here because I'm going to ask for my team to look around. If you could look under these tables and stuff, there's two little cubes that have like some random football teams on them and stuff. They're Bluetooth speakers. I'm going to see if maybe we can get one to, I think somewhere around here. Lisa knows what they look like. They're kind of random squares. But okay, because I want to be able to hear, but I'm hearing you good. So thank you for letting me interrupt you on that. I love that because, it's kind of like what we're doing here with this telethon right now, and streaming media fundraiser, whatever you want to call it. We're just thinking outside the box and we're doing it. Like, okay.
Amen, that's right.
Like, okay, no one else has done it, at least not that we know of. There's no pattern here. There's no proof of concept. There's none of the things you would typically ask for in a business environment to say, should I do it? Should I not do it? No, we just said it makes a lot of sense. We have an audience. We're going to go for it. And we have a belief. And when you and I were talking, you were like, okay, I'm all in. And I was just so excited about that. I just can't even say thank you enough. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. So that I'm not I don't feel like I'm the school kid and you're the giant. So there we go. All right. So now I want to also say that If you see the book over there, Wizard of Oz, too, you don't mind if you, by chance. Oh, there's one of the Bluetooths right there. That works. We'll see if we can connect it. I have this book. It's called Celebration Journal, full of love, health, and amazing success. It's actually something that I co-wrote. I wrote in collaboration with someone, and it's not out there right now anywhere really where you can find it, but it's pretty cool. But I want to just kind of tell you, and this is going to go into what you are going to do. And that's why when we were talking and we kind of like came up with what song you're going to sing, I thought, oh man, this is just like too good. This is too good. And that was, I'm just going to just read a little bit here, but it's an introduction. Before I was even 5 years old, one of my favorite memories of childhood was when I saw my mom get out the card table out and put a blanket over it. I usually knew what that meant when she started popping popcorn using her old thick pan over the flame, shaking it until you heard that pop, 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 and you smelt that yummy smell. Only one thing could be happening. The Wizard of Oz was going to be on the television. Yes, I am a product of the 60s, and we had black and white TV, so I didn't even know that the Wizard of Oz had a color element to it until later in life, but it had such magic to me. I go into later, I go into it more metaphorically and how it really affected me going through my cancer journey. But when we were talking and I said, that I was really thinking about Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and you were like, I just lost myself. I am going to. Okay, there we go. Can you see me still? Can you see me?
Yeah, that was a glitch. I was like, where'd she go?
Yeah, I can't see myself, but if you can see me, then I'm not going to worry.
Yeah. Oh, now I can't see you.
We're having, technical difficulties. It happens, not a problem. Okay, I'm back. So I just want to say thank you for offering to do this, because it is just amazing. And then I know that you've been writing a lot of poetry.
Yeah.
Right? And what is that to you? Why don't you kind of tell me what it is?
When I started writing poetry, I was a young girl. I was a teenager. It was the only way to like actually escape, and that's where some of the singing came in, because I was like, wait, I'm writing my own songs. And I feel like it's an outlet where we can not just express ourselves and let our voice be heard, but it's just, I feel like whatever you have inside of you, what you're going through, it's not to harm you. It's to create something beautiful out of it. So whatever darkness that you're feeling or whatever you're watching, it's like, if you have that gift of painting, drawing, writing, like, that is showcasing to the world how you feel emotionally connected to whatever you are experiencing in your life or whatever you're watching. I feel like when I sing or when I write, I feel like this is a message. And what type of message do I want the world to see or feel when I'm putting that out there?
Right.
So, yeah.
So you have offered to share one of your poems and to sing for us. What would you like to do first?
Let's do the poetry. Let me see if I can multitask here, because I have it saved here on
We've lost her. This is what's fun about this streaming media. Joseph, thank you. Hope you're sharing, and If you choose to donate, we would appreciate it. We actually, I don't know if you were around, but we had some challenges that people were saying, $5, $10, $20. We'd love it. And there we are. She's
So
back.
sorry. Okay.
Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. We were just talking about, the donation possibilities while you were gone. And I just wanted people to know that we have these beautiful little items that either a choker or a headband that have been donated to us for the first 100. And we've been getting some donations. And so they're starting to go, but we have some still. So if someone wants to, we are taking any donation for those. So thank you for that time. Just kind of putting that plug in there. It is a fundraiser. All right, so let's go back to it. So you're saying that the poetry.
I got it right here. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it. I'd love to hear it.
This is actually based on the experience that I've been having, especially this weekend. I'll read it and then I'll explain. It might be very obvious what I'm talking about. It's called Here I Am. It says, the cold bench wasn't what I planned. Waking up to the wet mist, close of last Monday, the day of 5 to 6 fume. My stomach is grumbling in pain. I cannot remember my last name. Will you see me? As I drift from far sight, my spirit floating past what you can see, inside as a child lost. Will you care? As I completely detach from my world, escaping into the addiction of solitaire. I'm a human being too. Passed along worth of pennies from place to place, I can only find my value in a $1 bill. You may have gave this to me. Every day is a blessing if I wake up, breathing or more so if I see Jesus in heaven. Will you see me? As I drift from far sight, my spirit floating past what you can see, inside is a child lost. Will you care? As I completely detach from my world, escaping into addiction of solitaire. I'm a human being too. Remember, I'm human. This isn't what I planned. However, if you see me, please let me know God is still alive by showing the most care in your smile and even a hug. Just because I'm covered in mud, dirty, grime, I'm still human who deserves to be loved.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful. Beautiful.
Yeah. This is dedicated to my brothers and sisters who are in, Skid Row, and when you connect with them, it's like, they're human. They're still there. They're you know what I mean? Like, we can paint a picture that they're not there, but they're there and they deserve. I've noticed when you go there, you can give them money and all that. That's not going to give them what they need. Like, the most thing that I can ever feel like I can give to someone is love, and that's to stop and actually talk and care and ask them, just talk to them, and they're human,
Well, that's why you were recognized as a service hero for that very service that you get, and that you actually know many of them. You go down there and you've actually had fun. You've created a situation, and I remember, I'll never forget, you were talking about how you find people that have these nice clothing, nice items, and you want to make sure that they have items of worth so they know that they are a person of worth. And not that it's that item so much that is going to make such a difference, but it's that belief in them.
Yeah.
And that, I remember that from the time that we first visited that one day on the phone, and because Lemuel Flower, had suggested that I get to know you because of the work you were doing, and he was just so impressed by it. And immediately was too. It was like, okay, yeah, absolutely. And so then as you were reading that, I just thought, okay, yeah, it makes total sense that you would be sharing this. This is where a lot of your heart is, and you give to so many, and I just adore that about you. You are a beautiful woman inside and out, and you have such an ability to make people feel very special, and I adore you for that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, she's gonna sing, and so,
And I hope you like this because I did a really cool different version of it because like I love that song that Judy Garland sings like somewhere over the rainbow, and it's so deep, and I just wanted to try to make this a little bit more modern, but it goes
oh
so
yeah,
perfect with the situation of like what I experienced and saw on Sunday. It's exactly what they went through with the Great Depression. This song can motivate you to get through that darkness of, what, somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere over there, it's going to be better.
right.
Keep on and keep going. And a lot of people don't have that in them, and we have to remind people to keep that.
Right. And then they find out in the end that they had it all along. And that's the thing that I just absolutely love about it. And I love many of the different renditions of this song. Actually, one of them I have as my ringtone because I just, so whenever you're ready, I'd love to hear what it is that,
Okay.
how you're going to perform it. Yes.
I have a little bit of music here to help me. It's not, I didn't produce this music. This is just something really beautiful that I found. But it's just really cool and unique, and I feel like it probably goes with my voice. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time doing this live, so if I'm making any little glitches, just remember we're artists. We're not perfect.
Not a problem. But you know what? Now, okay, I think you are being seen. My view of you is that your head is being cut off a little bit. So you might want to, there you go. You might, there, good. I think so. I just want to make sure that you're seen all the way. Maybe if you can move the camera a little bit this way.
Let's try this. Hold on. Is it, okay, let's see. Maybe I'm too in the light.
The light's not an issue. It's just, there you go. Yeah. Okay, where it was a moment ago.
Right here?
No, a moment ago, make it so that your head's not cut off. That we're seeing too much of your torso. You want it to go up.
Oh, you want to see my face? Okay.
Yeah, we want to see your face.
Is that better?
A little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that's good. Okay, we're going to keep it there, and so we have you now, and so that we can see as you're singing.
Okay, guys.
Beautiful.
I don't know.
And just feel, it's a gift from your heart, and that's the way we see it.
Amen. There we go. Okay. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for everything and the gifts. Let's start this, baby. Okay. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of. Someday I wish upon a star wake up where the clouds are far behind me with trouble. That's like living. Looks like living. Walks on high above the chimney top. That's where you Someday I wish upon a starry night where the clouds are far behind. Where troubled clouds fly high, clearing drops are high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. When I see this treetop green and red roses too.
Wow. Wow. That is full of emotion. Wow. Where did you find that version?
This was a really cool, like, because I was researching, like, I was like trying to look for, like, karaoke version. That's where we think we go to. I don't have a piano here to play, so
Right.
I found that, and I was like, wow, like that really touched me because of this song. It's just supposed to be. It's a deep song.
Yeah, it is.
It's about
Absolutely.
disappearing from that mess that you're in, and that movie. I'm telling you, that movie. I watched it over the weekend, and I was like, it's so beautiful, so much symbolism.
Yes. Yes. In fact, so much symbolism to a point where, like, even in this book that I've got here, where I at the very end, it talks about how we find, because it's like, okay, let me just, about how we can become our own version of Dorothy when we're going through things, and asking questions along the way, like she was going and she's trying to find a way home, and she's trying, and then she collects her cast of characters, right?
Yeah.
And I liken that to collecting buddies, and finding our way back to ourselves, and the buddies along the path to find the answers. I found the Chemo Buddies, and then that have found so many true cast of characters as they have skipped, danced, and even sung very. I sing off key, so I was talking about how I even have sung off key down my own yellow brick road. I am celebrating the fact that Yellow Brick Road has led me to the amazing Emerald City community of buddies that we are creating, and I am proud to be off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, with all of you. Join me and let's travel over the rainbow and celebrate our journey, skipping, dancing, and through life with tons of humor, hope, and heart, and borrowing from a modern version of the story, Wicked, let's defy gravity together. And yes, I think that you're right. It's a simple children's story to many. However, if you read the history of the story and the movie and how it was made and everything, and you find that it's not so simple.
Yeah.
And it really is a metaphor for life. And so that version that you just sang, it was like, whoa, that is powerful. The keys and just kind of the tone of it. I just want to thank you for opening yourself up to us and being vulnerable, and performing for the very first time here on the Service Heroes Telethon, benefiting Chemo Buddies for Life. And you're a beautiful person, and you're beautiful in what you're doing, and I am so proud of you for putting yourself out there.
Thank you.
Hats off to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We have some more people that have joined us. We have, Eric Zuli's been like talking to everybody. He's doing the digital handshake that he does to Jenny Maltz and Christoph Wyman, and then Keith, one of our volunteers that helped set up this room last night, and it was his buddy and friend
Good morning.
that gave these beautiful flowers to us. He's saying good morning. And then Kimberly June West, hi. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. We are raising money. We are raising funds. This is a fundraiser for Chemo Buddies for Life. And when we were talking, what is it that prompted you to be involved in this?
My grandpa was he was my adopted grandpa, but he inspired me so much. Like he was a wonderful, gifted, talented musician, and he was so talented. I mean, like, he didn't need to take lessons. He's just so musically talented, but he passed away from cancer. And he passed away when I was 10 years old. And when I felt like I was going through some parts of my life that I really needed him, he wasn't there. And it was really difficult to understand. Like, when Grandpa was gone, and I've seen cancer take him away. I've seen it take away my grandma years later. And it's something that we really need to come together, educate each other as much as possible, support those who are going through it, because there is hope.
Right.
You're a demonstration of hope. That's one thing. I'm supporting you because I'm like, she's a demonstration of hope. Look at the smile on her face, even though you went through something very hard. Now you're like, you know what? I'm going to do something about it.
That's right. You know what? We are all doing something about it, and you are too. I want to thank you for that, showing up and sharing your talent and sharing your hope and sharing your passion and having that purpose to get out here and I have to say, and your sense of style, because you always have such a fun sense of style. I love it. You have a retro thing going on most of the time, and that's kind of your signature, right?
Yeah. I when you say 1960s, I was like, oh, I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. I love from the 1940s to like the 1970s. Like, I want to do a flashback every single time, just go back to that time versus what's going on in modern times.
Right. And let's see. We have we have Eric just here supporting and sharing. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that very much. And pardon?
Oh, I said, woo woo, Eric, look at him go.
Yeah, he's well, Eric has a reason, and we're going to be sharing. He's going to be on later this evening with Dr. Dante Sears and with his father, James Zuli. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of this stuff and everything. And donate, because one Tamara Service Heroes joined the club, Service Heroes Club, created by the Easy Way Promotions. Yes, they did. They were like, okay, we got to do this, and you need a donations club. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. So sad story comes for so many. All you can do is have faith, and yes, and you'll learn more. If you don't know the Zuli story, you'll be hearing it later tonight. I'm not going to give it away right now, but like you said, many of us have been touched, and it's not a touch that we were looking for, and it's not a touch that we necessarily wanted, but many of us have been touched and then gone on from that touch and have gone on to do something about it. And you are here, you're doing something about it right now. And Rose, everyone, you know it, everyone knows someone, yes, who can benefit from a buddy. Absolutely, Rose. You are so true. You know, it is so true. And so that's why we're asking, you know, in name of that buddy, and hopefully you're never going to have to face it yourself. But you don't want to face it alone. If you have to face it, don't face it alone. And we have a buddies program that we are very proud of, and we are building, and we're building a community of people that really care for each other, and we need to have this continue. And so
I
that's
agree.
what we're doing. So do you have something that you would like to say in regards to all of that?
You know, it's exactly what Julie said, is to have faith. You know, surround yourself like with really good, positive hearted people when you're going through something like this, or even if you're not. It's so important in life not to be surrounded by, you know, the negativity, because, you know, that's what I feel like, that's what makes people sick too. It's like when you're eating right and you're exercising and you're taking care of yourself as much as possible and being around really good people and enjoying life, it's like these things happen even to those who have done that. But it's
Right?
so important to enjoy every moment of your life, because, you know, when I hear these situations of someone having cancer, it's like, can I even imagine myself having cancer? Like, all those little problems that we have wouldn't seem so big anymore, you know. So I definitely have to say, you know, anyone who's going through this, keep pressing on,
Mhm.
keep having your faith, you know that you're going to get through this, and know
Exactly.
there's amazing people like yourself, who is actually making a difference, that there is resources and there is hope. Yeah.
Yes, there is hope. And we want to continue with this. We really want to build this. We want to affect change. We want to be able to make it available to everyone in the world, and that's why we're raising these funds. So help us make this happen. You know, and if you have a dollar, if you have $5, and I know we're talking about money, but guys, you know, it's energy, yes, and it's energy that's going to help make a difference. Think of it that way. And we all, and if you can't give the dollars, give your time and give your hope, and be there for someone that needs you, because you know what, that can make all the difference in the world. Be a buddy, because you know we need buddies. We need service heroes, and we need buddies. And if we are out there and we are doing this linking our arms and making a difference, we are going to affect people's quality of life and the length of their lives. And I keep saying this, and I will say it over and over. If you have someone that you've lost to this
Yeah.
demon, and if you could have had them a little longer because they had a buddy and they had hope and they lived longer, was that worth giving up a cup of coffee? You know,
Mm.
because we're healing through connections, guys. We're doing it. We can prove it. We're making it happen. We're healing people, not healing like it's going through, but we're healing their souls and their hearts. And in doing that, you find a way to want to live, and you find a way to win, and that's what we're doing. So we're finding a way to win as a community and as buddies. So we want you to join us and help. And Eric, if you can't give a dollar, you can press the share button. Absolutely, so true. Message out there that can. Absolutely. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. It just
That's
takes
right.
one share, yes, one share button away.
Right.
And I also want you to think this way too, guys, is that we want to raise the act and let people know that we're here. So also go over to the Chemo Buddies for Life fan page and like it and share it with those people that need a buddy. Right now, our website is not quite to the buddy site place, and so that's why I don't even talk about it yet, but it's going to get there. We're going to make that happen. And so let's do this together. Let's not let, I really believe, think of it this way too. I believe that we have people out there, especially in the middle of the night, when it's the darkest times in someone's day, that they're actually saying a prayer, they're meditating, they're singing a song, whatever it is that they do to ask for help. They're asking for a friend. They're asking for someone that can understand what they're going through. They're asking. And what if they're asking and this is the answer? And what if that person that's asking is someone that you love and care for, and you didn't do that share? You didn't push that share button? That takes one little, and like Eric said, we might be one share away, and we want to also let people know going through cancer, affected by cancer, the patient or that person that loves and cares for them, they are not alone. Reach out, talk to me, get a hold of me. I have ambassadors. We're here for you. We don't want you to be alone. That's what our program's all about.
That's right.
So, with that said, what do you have anything that you'd like to share before we end this hour together, this beautiful hour together with the two of us, my friend?
I have to say thank you so much for the opportunity to get to know you and what you're doing, and all these volunteers that are helping. Thank you so much, and the artists and anyone you have that's you know spokesperson, anything like that that is participating today. uh, Thank you so much. And I say it from the bottom of my heart because you've been saying thank you, but I'm saying thank you for you too as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying thank you. I love it. I love it because, gratitude is an attitude, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
And
right.
if we're showing gratitude, that energy goes a long way.
Amen. It does. That's right. That's right, love.
That's right. All right. Well, I am going to ask for one of my chemo buddy come over here.
They're doing nothing.
Yep. This is my chemo buddy. This is Lisa Brown and
Hi.
Francesca, and she's from Kansas.
Wow. Welcome.
Ta-da!
Nice
Yes.
to meet you.
In Wizard of Oz, Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore, right?
Yeah, we're not.
We're in Vegas, baby. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome.
So, yes, she came out for this, and how's it been so far?
It's okay.
You had a little tough go yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
And so I think I wore her out. And do you want to share what it is that you're dealing with?
I have a glioblastoma brain tumor.
And it's a stage.
It's a stage 4.
However,
I'm gonna beat it.
That's right.
Amen. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's
So,
determination, sister. That's, you know what? I can't even tell you how many people I've talked to when they're like, oh, can you pray for me that I'm healed? And it said, you need to go and say, I'm already healed. So you walk in your day and you say, I'm healed. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for restoring me. Thank you for blessing me. Like, that has a lot. Like, there's so much power that comes out of the mouth when you say those things.
yeah.
It's so difficult, though. I understand. It's so difficult, especially, we're human. We want to go back to, like, but what if?
Yeah.
We want to go into the doubt. but like I like the fact you're like, no, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna beat this. So that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear.
We can't hear you right now.
You
We
can't
did-
hear me?
No,
yeah,
I
we
can.
can. Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
did
okay.
at the very end. Well, we're just about to end this hour. And
Okay.
Francesca, thank you for being who you are, the service hero that you are, and celebrating on this Service Heroes, the first annual Service Heroes Telethon. And we will be doing it again. And so just write that down in your calendar. It will be a year from today. That's as simple as I can say it. A year, Giving Tuesday to Giving Tuesday. So,
Okay.
all
Sounds
right.
great.
All
Love
right.
you.
It's a
Thank
date.
you.
All right.
Have a great day.
See you later. And everybody, we'll see you in a few moments. Bye.